Hey y'all, for today's video I'm going to talk about my die cut organization. It's an ongoing process and it probably will be for quite a while because I mentioned earlier that I have moved my scrapbooking room to a bigger room, and the spare bedroom across the hallway is still full of stuff that needs to get moved into this room. So it's just a long drawn out process, and I do not like to organize. I like things organized, but I do not enjoy organizing, so it is a very slow process. Plus I'm scrapbooking in between along with everything else that goes on in everyday life. So I just kind of got my process of how I want to organize down pat, or idea of how I'm going to do this and continue to do this. So I thought I would share it with you. Now, this came from RTS Scrapbooking and also Tiffany Spalding from Totally Tiffany. So these aren't my original ideas, but I have kind of tweaked things for how they work for me. And so I'd be interested if you are doing some type of organization of your die cuts, what's working for you. So let's get started. Now, I like to scrapbook by collection. So when I get a die cut pack that is a collection that I have papers for or a paper pad for, I like to keep those die cuts together. Like this is a Jan Hadfield collection, and I just wrote up there very sloppily Jan Hadfield, and I'm putting them in this little composition notebooks. You can get them at the dollar store, the grocery store, wherever, and using the double-sided adhesive tabs to adhere them down onto the pages. So like this is my Jan Hadfield collection, and I don't even know the name of this line that it's from. So I just stuck them down here in my composition notebook. And then as you flip through, see, here's my mind's eye. This goes with a paper pad that I have. So I wanted to keep all of these together because I will use them with that paper pad. This is some more my mind's eye. This is on trend or on trend too. This is some more my mind's eye. And as you see, I got a little bit of one collection starting and another one. I got little bits and pieces left over from this one. It doesn't bother me, you know, because I didn't want to put like 3 or 4 pieces on one page and then start another one, because this is all the same company. And this is still my mind's eye. And then here's Maggie Holmes. So that's kind of how I've decided to do it when I have a company that I like, or a designer that I like, or a paper pad that I have, and I want to keep that collection together. I am putting it either in this composition notebook. See, here's photo clay. I had bought a collection kit and ephemera packs, so these are the ephemera packs. So I really do like having my die cuts laid out this way, because you're not looking for them, you're not having to flip through packs. It's just my preference of how I like to do things, and I can see everything with just a flip of a page. So as I was saying, I have them in these composition notebooks, or I have put them on a 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock that I've 3-hole punched and put them in a binder. Now this is Amy Tangerine, and I'm keeping her stuff together because to me, her style is a little bit unique and different from most lines. So I don't really see myself mixing her product with a lot of other different companies. You know, maybe some of these sheets that I cut aparts here I might use. But mostly, to me, her style is kind of unique, so I'll just like to keep all of her items together also. And then I have color binders that I'm working on also. And this is from the pink color binder, where I've just taken pink ephemera or die cuts and put them on an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock that's 3-hole punch. So when I have a miscellaneous die pack that say I've picked up at Tuesday morning, or if I have pieces left over from a collection, or not a collection but a kit that I've used, like these pieces here came from a click kit, and I've used up that kit and had, you know, what I had left. I decided, okay, I'm going to sort that by color. So that's where like these come from, because they were left over from a click kit that I broke apart. Or when you pick up, say at Tuesday morning, you pick up a miscellaneous die pack and it doesn't really go with a, for me, if it doesn't go with a collection kit that I have or a paper pad that I have, I'm going to separate it by color. If that makes sense. It makes sense to me. So, and say, so I've got this, I think I was calling her Jan Hadfield. It's Jen Hadfield. I picked this up recently at the Joann's 70% off sale, and I did buy some paper to go along with it. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to add it into this composition notebook, and then just write Jen Hadfield up here in the corner and start where I left off and start piecing that down, because I want to keep this together. So it's just a matter of preference, what you prefer doing. This is just what I figured out, what's going to work for me. What works for you may be totally different. You have to kind of do what works for you and not what somebody else is doing. You can get the basic idea from what somebody else is doing and then tweak it for you, because if you don't make it work for you, then it's definitely not going to work at all. And then recently I opened up this Dear Lizzy die cut shapes. I don't know what collection it's from, but if you look at what's in the pack, to me it's just kind of a hodgepodge of items. You know, you have butterflies and animals, a peace sign, you've got hearts and different tags, and a watermelon, and you got cacti. So to me, I don't really see a particular theme going on here, and I don't think I have any Dear Lizzy paper pads, and I don't have any collections of Dear Lizzy. I'm just not a big fan of Dear Lizzy style. But I did have this ephemera pack, and to me this doesn't make sense in my mind. So what I'm going to do with this pack is I'm going to break it apart and put it by color. So, you know, these will be in my green binder, that'll go in my pink, you know, that'll go in my pink, and then yellow, because they really just don't have, you know. Okay, I went back to watch my video to make sure that I had made sense, and I realized it had cut off on me at the 10-minute mark, and I keep forgetting to look that up to see if I can change that option with my phone, because it'll stop recording after 10 minutes. But I went ahead and sorted that die cut pack out by colors. I have my greens, my yellows, orange, pink, blue, one red, and then these are multicolors, so I will put them all in a section together. And the other thing I wanted to mention is this. I seen this on the video and it looked really hideous. This is from my dog. He's a rather large puppy, and in the mornings he gets very rambunctious. He's so excited to be up, and we're outside, and he runs, and sometimes he jumps on me or jumps up, and then he will nip me or pinch me, you know, just grab skin, and that's what it does to me. I bruise pretty easy. I know it looks nasty, but it doesn't hurt. It was a little tooth mark right there in the center, but it looks bad, but it's not. So I just wanted to mention that. And the other thing I wanted to bring up was when I first started doing these die cuts like this, I had put them in a 8.5 by 11 sheet and put them in a binder. And then I just kind of switched over to the composition notebook. There's no particular reason why. To me, it was just easier to do it this way, and I can save this paper, you know, the cardstock, for either, you know, putting the wax paper and my stickers on it or my chipboard. But I think whenever I use a kit, I will probably, because I have a lot of kit subscriptions, and a lot of them have die cuts in them, so I think what I will do is, while I'm using the kit, maybe just put them on a 8.5 by 11 sheet, and then when I'm done with them, stick them in a binder. I'm not sure yet, but there's no rhyme or reason to why I did it one way or the other. And then once this gets filled up, which this one is about, I have several, this one is about halfway there, or maybe almost halfway there. I'm going to write on the front what designer or company that is in here, so if I pull out a paper pad or a collection kit, I can just look on the cover and see what collection is in there. So that was it. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.